do 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 do.
On the road again. On the road again, Mama.
Good morning, everybody. Evening, afternoon, whatever. And now I can say it, daylight savings time, because it kicked in last night.
Just today, yeah.
Yes.
Which was interesting driving through Arizona yesterday.
Yes, because it kept changing
They don't
times.
participate, so it was like.
So now Arizona's on the same time we are.
Anyway.
But yeah. So anyways, I've been up since like 3:30, and I'm already having a beer. It's like 9:30 in the morning when we're filming this right now. I don't
coffee,
care. Yeah. So anyways, last week, week 9, it sucked. It was cold, windy. There was like nothing to do because it was cold. We just like stayed in the camper like all week. I mean, there was one day where it was 34 degrees for the high.
Went outside. It was so weird.
Our gray tank, the valve froze, and I did laundry and stuff during the day and filled up our gray tank, and then I couldn't empty it.
Yeah.
So I had to wait for it to thaw. I was sitting there with a hairdryer to get the valve open. Got the valve open like this far, and then just waited for the pipe to thaw. The tank itself doesn't freeze because it's all insulated, and our heat runs like keep it from what do you call it? Freezing. That's what I'm talking about.
The word is freezing, yeah.
So, but there's a pipe that comes down that goes to the valve. That's what froze. It didn't break or anything. It just, it froze up.
It froze.
So, because it was like a high of 34 that day, and
Daytime
the lows,
high,
the lows were in the teens all week. We had 3 inches of snow, which was, it didn't last. It melted in a couple hours, really.
Blythe was excited about it. Did you play with her in the snow or not?
I took her outside for a few minutes, but it was really cold.
So cold.
And I threw snowballs at your window.
I know. Yeah, I know you did. I was working, probably on the phone when you did it.
Yeah, so we didn't do anything. We just kind of stayed in the camper.
We went trick-or-treating, reverse trick-or-treating, which we've talked about, I think, already, where we, like, handed out candy to the people that were outside and left at the
2 people.
There was no one really left after the snagging season had ended or come to an end.
Yeah.
The campground, and as soon as they started calling for snow, people were like booking it out of there.
Yeah, and of course we stayed.
We were like, where's everyone going? It's just a little snow.
We went through, I think, almost 2 tanks of propane last week.
Which was a pain in the ass because
propane was 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
That's the closest spot to fill it where we were.
I couldn't believe that. It was so far away with all the campers and stuff there. So weird. But luckily, we'll probably mention this like 100 times just coming off of that over the next few weeks, but the campground we're at now has propane.
Oh, we're at an RV resort.
We're at an RV resort.
I talked about, I'm a full hookups kind of gal, which we've had full hookups, but now we've got a pool, a hot tub, propane on site. There's a store with beer.
People don't.
We're great location, 10 minutes to a grocery store for once. I just got back from the grocery store. It's 9:30 in the morning.
He wasn't even gone that long.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very different, and there's nothing wrong with either way, but we like to do both, actually. I'm
an RV resort kind of girl. Okay.
I like the solitude of the state parks and the
I like it for a weekend.
But not for like a month, especially when we're with the toddler and she really needs to be around people.
If it was just us, I would love being out in the middle of nowhere.
Honestly,
nothing.
if it's just me, I could find myself becoming like a total social recluse and never seeing anybody.
Well, you already kind of are.
I kind of am already. Yeah.
That's what working for home does to you.
If you're this kind of person, if you're kind of an introvert. Anyway, it was just it was really cold, quiet, boring, but that's fine. You're going to have down weeks.
You are. It's not all exciting.
The way we're doing it, you're not going to be on the go all the time, and sometimes it's okay to just lay low and hunker down.
And you get unseasonal temperatures, it happens. That wasn't seasonal.
I felt kind of stupid because I was like, is this normal? And I don't think it is normal. We've definitely had the highs and the lows. Like we've had extreme cold, extreme hot. Luckily, we've fared it all pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
In the camper and with the dog and the toddler. But I really don't think, other than trick-or-treating, I really don't think we did anything last week, did we?
Didn't. I went to the store a couple times to fill propane and get groceries and stuff. That was it. That's all we did.
Yeah.
It was a complete down
I
week.
mean-
Me and Blythe sat around, we painted and colored and watched movies, and that's really about all we did. She played, with her toys a lot. And
So this week will be very different. This month, hopefully, will be
Yeah, this
very
whole month
different. As you
hopefully
can
will.
see, it's bright and sunny, and I'm wearing a tank top. We're not wearing
I'm wearing
winter coats.
shorts. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but I am
Yeah.
wearing shorts. I got my shorts back on. I'm excited.
Yeah, you have flip-flops on or sneakers?
No, I put my sneakers. I got to get my flip-flops out.
But we did pack
Yeah.
away our winter coats. Well, we didn't bring our winter coats, but Blythe has a snowsuit that we actually had to bust out last week.
Yeah.
So we packed all of that away, hoping we don't need it because the lows this week are higher than the highs last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very excited about that.
And we're actually farther north.
Yeah, it's just the
Just
elevation
location.
is like 3,000 feet lower than
Yeah.
where we
Plus,
were.
we're farther west too, which helps.
Which
we were more
I will
a little
say
towards
something.
central
I
and New
haven't
Mexico.
mentioned it before. Maybe you can edit this out, but the elevation changes have been really hard on me, and I have this theory that it's because I have fibromyalgia. I have a theory that it's my fibromyalgia. So I read up on it. I found
Well,
an
it's
article
been hitting
about
my asthma hard too. When we were at
it.
like
We're just kind of weak
7,
people.
8. Yeah, we're wusses.
We're weak. But
7,000,
I don't mean
8,000 feet?
That's not nice to other asthmatics and fibromyalgia.
No.
I'm just saying us. We are.
Yeah. But
the-
I've noticed it too when we're
with the
at
change
above
too,
7.
Not just going up, but did it bother you coming back down? 'Cause
No,
it's
not at all.
bothering me coming back down. And yesterday the drive, I get so for people who
I mean, we're
this,
still at like 3,500 feet.
I
We're not
get-
really low, but we're not high at all.
but the motion sickness and my ears and the
Yeah, that
elevation,
always gets you.
I have all sorts of problems.
She's horrible to ride with. She really is. I'm going to make her ride
I
in the
try
trailer
not to
next time.
complain about it, but I mention it, and I'm like, this is crazy. It feels like my head is going to explode with the.
Well, it is
travel.
something to think about though too. If you don't handle that well, like car sickness or like
I mean,
elevation changes, it makes those drive days a lot longer
It
than
makes
what they
it
are.
hard for me on the drive day and apparently the day after. So, and I
Yeah.
think it's just a combination of all things. Like people with fibromyalgia are just sensitive. We're just sensitive, okay?
She's
We're
very
sensitive
sensitive.
people, and I have a hard time with a lot of those things. It's fine. Like, it doesn't make me not want to do this, but it's something that I think we need to take into consideration as we go along. Like,
Yeah.
because it took me like a couple hours this morning to just kind of. Like I could have probably, if we didn't have a toddler, I could have probably just gone back to bed.
Yeah. Well, I probably should have because I've been up since 3:30 too.
Yeah. So anyway, like I don't really talk about that much. I just feel like it is worth mentioning for other people out there. I know changing lanes, she struggles too. She doesn't have fibromyalgia, but she does have.
No, she's got Lyme
lupus-
disease.
Lyme's disease.
Lyme's
yeah.
disease.
And you struggle.
she has really,
You do.
like,
You have down days.
Good
You-
days and bad days. And
Yeah,
stuff,
and
too.
I don't. This is different than that. And I'm not. My fibromyalgia isn't like debilitating, but I have my moments in.
You have a lot of moments. Not related to that, but you've got a lot of moments.
Aside from Eric's jokes, my theory is that the elevation changes both the high and the low for people who aren't used to it, who maybe also have fibromyalgia. It is hard for me to adjust. So
Yeah.
worth thinking about for people who are watching and thinking about traveling and doing these types of things.
Yeah. And coming up, we're excited because we have friends.
Oh,
Will you be my neighbor?
we met some people on Instagram who actually are staying at the same campground at the same time.
And they're similar to our age. They've got a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And so we're excited to be able to hang out with them a little
Yeah.
bit just because it's, we've hung out with like pretty much older people for the most part.
We haven't
since-
hung out with anyone, let's be honest.
Yeah, we really haven't.
We've spoken to people in passing.
But nobody with kids really either. Like
Every
nobody's
once
had
in a
kids our
while,
age too.
In New Mexico, we'd every once in a while see other people at the playground with kids, and they were
always
not
older,
full
though.
timers. They were like
Yeah.
there for the weekend or something, so they didn't understand the concept of Blythe really needs that. And
Yeah.
so we're excited. She's excited, but
Yep.
it's also not just them. Like this campground, there are kids here.
Well, it's because it's the weekend too, so I think a lot of them are going to be out.
Maybe, but there
But,
might be full
yeah, there might be
timers
some more.
here too. I think there might be some other.
But they've got Instagram page too. Check them out. What's the page again?
They are the Marvelous Miners.
Marvelous Miners. So check them
I
out
hope
on
you guys don't mind
Instagram,
us
Facebook.
mentioning
Yeah. She actually takes a lot of good photos and videos.
She
and stuff
does,
too.
yeah, and they
So,
have been all over the place already.
Yeah, they've
so.
been doing it a little longer than us.
Yeah.
So definitely check them out and
Thanks
subscribe
for
to their
reaching
stuff.
out. I'm glad we got to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hanging out. But
We're gonna have dinner with them tonight, and we're hopefully gonna hang out with them a lot. next week or two.
Well, don't
See
freak
when
them
they're-
out. If they watch
I
this,
know.
they're probably like, oh, these guys.
Don't tell them.
No, but it makes a difference just being in a place like this with people. For us, I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't how everybody travels. Some people do the boondocking thing, which I get, and I think we could really enjoy. But
Well, and I think too, a lot of people that do that, they do it with some people as well,
yeah,
which we
that's
don't really
true.
know a lot of
We
people
just
that are full
started,
timing.
so we haven't met anybody. We've been trying to talk people into doing this.
No.
with us,
I've got a
Josh
buddy,
and
yeah,
Sarah.
Josh and Sarah. Get ready,
My
you're coming
parents,
next
his
year.
parents, we're trying to make people do it with us. But yeah, if we were going to do the boondocking thing, we definitely would have to mix it in with stuff like this, just for the sake of her sanity and your sanity.
So that was last week. The next month we're going to be at an RV resort, which will be nice. We don't have to tow anywhere for a month. I was excited. I was
It's a
singing the
concrete
whole
pad. This place is nice.
Yeah, it's got a concrete
So-
pad. It's got a little grass area. I'll show you that in a minute. Also, we taught Blythe how to do cheers.
Oh yeah, we did. I think you have a little video of
I
that.
do. I'll put that right here.
She's actually learning a lot, even
She
though
is.
we're not around other kids.
Not
and
necessarily
stuff.
good things, because I taught her how to get me
No,
beer
you're
too.
teaching her a lot. She's talking a lot more. She's learning her colors.
She is. She's learning
recognizing
colors,
her
numbers,
letters
that kind
and
of
her
stuff
numbers,
too.
Yeah.
So
Not just saying them, but recognizing them a little bit. So
yeah.
good job. Good job, Dad.
We're done with state parks for a couple months. We'll be returning to state parks without full hookups for 2 months
this will
later
be
on.
Interesting.
But yeah, we're in a RV resort for a month here and a month somewhere else,
Yeah.
and then we will be back to the state parks and everything. But then
But
RV
we have
resort
a
after
really fun couple months coming up, so we're excited.
But I think that's about it for this week. Anything else?
I feel bad that we didn't really do anything.
Yeah, we didn't do
last
anything.
week.
It's just
Not bad,
yeah.
just bad in general.
So I'll show you just our site here and stuff
Right,
really
and then
quick.
I'm gonna go
So we got Blythe playing in the sun on the grass. We have grass. So concrete pad, really nice, full hookups on the other side. I think we're supposed to have cable. I haven't found it yet. Haven't really looked for it. It's not there, so I don't know where it is. Anyways, so we got a nice grass site, concrete pad, trees. They keep the trees trimmed really well here too. You can't go wrong with that. I always hate scraping the sides up. I had to do that in New Mexico a lot, scraping the crap out of it. It sucked. But so, and then we are right behind. We have a pool and a hot tub right there. It's only open till 7 though. That's the big downside. So it's gonna be like taking turns at nighttime for like an hour. Another great thing too. How you doing? Another great thing too is we've got the playground right over there. So we're right in between the pool and the playground. Dumpsters are close, everything's close. So this is a lot better than the state parks we've been in. One other thing too, we did have something break. Our oven broke. It didn't break. Where the burner is, the 2 screws that go onto there came off. So I've got to fix that. I'm just about to do that now. So I'll probably show a quick clip of that. So the oven.
Oven.
So there's 2 screws right here. So there's 2 screws right here that hold this on. And so that fell out. You gonna turn on the light? Thank you. So I had to go get a couple nuts because I could not find the nuts at all. I'm sure they fell like down into one of these holes, and it's just gone. So I picked up a couple nuts. I don't know, because it's heat. You know, it's a heat source. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but we're gonna give them a whirl. All right, so I got those 2 bolts on. Gave it a quick wipe down. It was really dirty. There was a lot of dust in there. So hopefully we're all good. So we will definitely see you next week, and we'll have some other videos coming up. Hey, hon.
Bye, guys.
Where's the high pitch?
Oh, I'm on the phone.
It's okay.
I'm busy.
All right, fine.
It's a baby
Whatever.
shower.
We got a baby shower out here with a
I'm
baby.
attending Trisha's baby shower telecommuting wise.
Telecommuting?
Yeah.